Good morning, students. I hope you are well and concentrating over the studies. So today again I am here with the chapter directing because it is a very lengthy chapter and it has a weightage about 8 marks in your board examination. So you should go through it well, and if you have any query related to this, you may ask on my personal number. And again the topic is communication effectiveness. Yesterday I told you about the barriers of communication, and now the topic is changed, that is called communication effectiveness. Before starting it, I'll give you the meaning of directing. Directing is an important function of management in which the superior provides the guidelines to their subordinate and make them motivated towards the organizational objective. Generally, the directing is an important function which helps in motivating, influencing, encouraging the workers, those are working in the organization. Because two different organizations can have similar machines, but they do not have similar manpower. And the success of the organization is totally depend upon the manpower, because the manpower can effectively or efficiently handle the machineries to perform the different activities in the best possible manner. That is why I told you people, directing is an important function which have the 4 elements: supervision, leadership, motivation and communication. And the last topic is communication, in which the management transfer information from one person to another person, in which the idea, information can be shared between 2 or more than 2 people in the organization. And I told you yesterday that if barriers take place in the way of communication, then it is quite impossible to transfer the information in the best possible manner. That is why the new topic is there, that is called communication effectiveness, in which the management has to consider the following points to create proper communication network in the organization. And these points are very important for developing the communication effectiveness in the organization. So that students, the first point is clarify the idea before communication. It is very important point. If the sender is going to communicate anything with the subordinate or receiver, then he has to clarify the idea before transferring the message and information to the subordinates or sender or receiver. Because if the sender is not clear about the idea, then he will be unable to transfer it in a best possible manner. Or we can say, if receiver asks any of query related to that particular idea or information, then also the sender will not be able to give the answer to the receiver, so that the communication will not be effective. That is why I told you people, whenever the superiors, whenever any person is going to communicate with anyone, then he has to clarify the idea. He should go through all the things related to idea. He should get proper knowledge related to idea. Then only he can communicate with the subordinate, and the subordinate will easily get that particular information if the superior can deeply explain that particular information with the subordinates, those are working in the organization. And the next point is communicate according to the need of the receiver. It is very important, because sometimes the sender or the superior do not focus over the need of the receiver and communicate as per their willingness. So in that situation also, the one portion will be completed, that means sender speak all the things, but the receiver do not get anything in a proper manner. That is why I told you people, the sender should communicate according to the need of the receiver. He should use the language whatever understood by the receiver. He should use the words and vocabulary as per the need of the receiver. Then only the communication will be effective and the receiver will respond for it. Otherwise, the receiver can participate in the communication process, but they will not get the information properly. That is why we can say the sender should use the proper language, proper words, proper vocabulary to communicate with the receiver. Okay students, now the next one is consult other before communicating. It is very important that whenever a superior is going to communicate with anyone, he should consult it before others. He should consult with others before transferring the message, information and idea with others, because one mind can give one way of performing the work, but many minds can give better idea, better way to perform the work in the organization. So consultation is very much important if a person is going to communicate. So he should use the best way to consult themselves with others. Then only he can communicate the things with the subordinate, and subordinate can easily accept it if it is in favor of the subordinates. So the another one is be aware of language, tone and content of message. So in this point, the superior should use the polite language, polite tone and proper content for transferring the message from him to the other person, those are going to take part in the communication process. If the language of superior is not proper, if the superior is using the bad language to transfer the message, if superior is not using the proper tone to transfer the message, if the content of message is not good, then also the subordinate don't want to actively participate in the communication process. That is why I told you that the superior should use the proper language, tone and content to transfer the message from him to others. The another one is ensure proper feedback. The superior should ensure about the proper feedback because until the subordinate are not obtaining the feedback, then the communication will not be effective. It remain one-way communication only, and one-way communication never create proper or a smooth flow of information in the organization. So that we can say, after conveying the message to the subordinate, the superior should also take feedback from them whether they understood the message or they face some type of problems in getting the message properly. If superior get the feedback properly, then only the subordinate get the message and provide the feedback to them. The next one is be a good listener. It is a responsibility of a superior, of a sender, to create the good listener in the way of communication, in the process of communication. The sender should use some type of words which will be work as an entertainment for the workers, because the workers cannot concentrate in a communication process until they will not get some point of entertainment in between. If superior is able to create this type of communication, then only the receiver will be attentive, the receiver will becomes under the category of good listener. That is why it is very important point in which the superior should participate accordingly. The next one is follow-up. In follow-up communication, the superior should use the proper way of communicating the message. If the subordinate or receiver get the message properly, then only the management can follow up the process again and again, because in that situation the workers are satisfied. The next one is convey message as per value of listener, in which the superior or sender should also focus over the value of listener. If the listener or receivers want or ask something to the sender, then the sender should politely reply for it. If sender ignore, then the receiver will also ignore the words given by the sender. That is why whenever the sender is going to convey the message, he should focus over the value of the listener. The next one is, the last one is communicate for present as well as future. If the superior or sender clarify that the communication is fruitful for the workers for present as well as it create a positive impact in future for the workers, then only the workers get concentrated, then only the listener get concentrated and get the message properly, and the communication will be completed. So students, it is all about the communication effectiveness, and effectiveness means if a superior or sender is going to send something to the receiver, and receiver will reply for it after understood the message properly. So it is all about the communication effectiveness, its factors which comes under the communication effectiveness. So students, this is the new topic for you. If you have any query, you can ask on my personal number. I will send you the notes of this also. So you should watch the video again and again to get it properly. If you have any problem, you may ask. Okay, so you just look at the board again to get it properly. Just take the screenshot of it and note it down in your fair notebook. So students, it's enough for today. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you.